Good morning. And the crypto market structure bill is going to be passed soon, and the Trump administration is really working to get these things done. So it's going to be interesting to watch in the coming weeks. And I think it's being discounted. As well, you got Steak and Shake, who's going over and giving a bonus of 21 cents for every hour worked in Bitcoin. That's wild if you think about it. Now, one of the macro events going on right now with the gold and silver move in the markets that we've seen, uh, and I do want you to recognize this, is that China is trying to attack us by selling treasuries into the marketplace and increasing their gold holdings. So it's generally a very bad move because what the U.S. is going to do is just buy their own treasuries back and drop interest rates and refinance and all of that. But this all leads up to the business cycle. And this is very key for Bitcoin. And if we look at this chart here, we have been in a long flat flip. And, the previous chart in the other video kind of confirms this. So we're just waiting. And it's likely going to happen. As you can see, these numbers, and this is the business cycle that you're really looking at here for Bitcoin to make that up move. That up move is coming, and this is why I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, even though things look horrible, don't they? And they just feel horrible. But yeah, I think that's going to flip on a dime, and nobody's going to be expecting this. And this chart right here kind of points it out clearly. Anyway, enjoy the video. Okay, here we are with Metaplanet, and this is going to be my focus on the video. I'll show you silver because I was asked about that, and Bitcoin, and yeah, nothing's really changed. We're just being blah. But Metaplanet right here, if we look at this chart, and let's zoom in so we can get a good view. I'll blow it up as much as I can. There we go, that's pretty good. As you see this pattern right here, this is what I'm focused on. And if there was going to be a resistance point, it's probably going to be right up in this area, right up here. And that's the only place I would take some profits. I mean, I hold way too much of this. And that would be the only place right there. Now let's make it yellow. Because it's not really what I would want to sell it at. But that would be a resistance point because it has to go over and get up to this pattern. It made a run towards it, towards the $4 range. And this is where I started buying at 418, small, and then started buying larger when it went here, start doubling up and then doubling up, and now I own a very large amount of this. I mean, only Bitcoin is my higher holding. So that tells you. And other than that, I'm just going to wait for this to go to these numbers up here and above. It's logical. It just simply is logical. So this is my biggest holding, and this is what you would look for. Now, beyond that, if I go and I take a look at, let's go to a weekly. Beyond this point here, beyond the 88 range, and where it goes back to the 80% range, because that's what's likely to occur at some point. And then it could pull all the way back down to the 88.6 and under, and before it gets further movement upward. But if I was to reverse this, what I would simply do, whatever low it makes, let's say that this is the low. Of course, we can't predict that. I'm not Miss Cleo. From here to there. What would I look for it to do? Now, what it usually does is it will go up to its 61.8% from the new high. Remember, this is a new high. This is not, this is its all-time high. its new high. It has to retrace 2/3 of that just by the natural sequence of the way this charts work. So at it doing that, you're looking at it retracing here. Let's do this correctly. That would be the $10.70 range right up there. Okay, that would be 61.8 from this high to whatever low. Now I can't predict this is going to be a low. Maybe it goes a little bit lower. It goes down to here even, or even under. But at some point, no matter what this is, it is going to return to. That's what happens 90-something% of the time with all charts. Return to the 61.8. Currently, that's right here in the $10 range. So if we look at where we are, the multiples of what you're looking for this are very high. It's almost reached up to here. And that's what I'm looking for as far as Metaplanet. That's why I'm such a believer. I love this chart. I love the way the numbers are in it and the movement. And that's just the way it is. Even though Bitcoin is so manipulated, I've never seen something so manipulated. They're trying their hardest to push this down. Now, they even kept it from reaching into the breakout point. They got it real close, but they kept it just from where it broke down. And it did not reach the mid 98K range. And it has to go to there. I can't do anything until it does. So I'm stuck in limbo and waiting just like everybody else. And there's nothing for me to do. Literally. This little fake out up here, very irritating because it's so manipulated. And you could see the people trying to press it down on low volume, trying to, for effect, get people to sell. So they're trying to get the retail bag holders who have been holding for however long to sell into the marketplace so they can buy. That's all you're doing. That's all that you're seeing here. And that's just the way it is. So I've got to wait them out, and I'm not going to do anything. That's what spot positions are for. I'm in no rush, so I will wait. All right. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the same as what I said in the last video. I'm going to go over and start looking for alternative type of trades. Just that would be fun. Charts that I might think are interesting, and let people have tell my thoughts on them. Because honestly, for my own trades, it's kind of boring. I'm in Metaplanet and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's the majority of everything. Silver is such a small amount, simply because I don't have the funds to really do much with this. I would love to add a decent amount, but it's a short, and the max I could go would be like 5%, and I'm not going to even go up to there, not yet. Maybe if it went to 124, this range up here, that would make it worthwhile. That would be a key pivot area, and we don't know what this is going to do. Remember, this is very much like Zcash. If we remember, Zcash went over and had this, let's see, it still has it in there actually. Let's zoom into Zcash here. You could see this right here, and it went all the way up here. Ridiculous numbers, right? Far past its 4.23. But this is a smaller one. This is a, more easily to manipulate and get people to, go nuts over. Silver is not. Silver is a big global market. At the same time, though, it's not gold. Gold is a much larger market than silver. Silver can be manipulated. I think there's only the number of countries that hold reserves in it, like Peru and just different countries. Many of them are in South America. They can push prices and whatnot. Believe me, the banks are going to be selling into this like crazy on silver. But the Zcash chart, my point is, you saw the extremes that we had here and then the big drop that you had right down here. Now, I can't invest, like I said, any real amount of money because it's not a long. And I want people to understand that. I myself, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell other people what to do with their money, but I'm telling you what I do is I don't invest a lot into shorts. Shorts are technically nice trades, and even the stellar ones that I've had, unless it's a hedge like something I own long, like Bitcoin, it never makes sense to really go big into something. With Bitcoin, it's basically I'm trading against what I own, so I don't care. It's mainly just a hedge, and so that's a different story. But when I have a short like silver where I don't hold any longs, then it's a different story. I cannot put at max it might be 1-2%, and if it really went crazy up to 124, maybe as high as 5%, but that would be my limit. And do understand that it's mostly just a hedge against longs that I had, because I look for market balance at some point. I know that's going to push back down and retest that 48 level. Let's go back to that silver. And now another thing I'll show you is on gold. Gold is interesting too. And you can see its divergence here, elevated divergence from all the way to 3500s. And if we go and we look at a really long-term chart, back to when its ETF first came out in 2004, if we follow this line up on it, this goes right into the low $5,000 range. So this has limited, and once it hits that, the tendency for us to pull back is going to likely be very high. So when you see numbers in the future, and this might take a while to happen, and it goes over and crashes by 61.8 to 80% or whatever it goes down to, don't be surprised. That's the way it works. We saw how great of a buy silver was back in the day. It was a fantastic buy down here when it hit the low $20 range, and I don't have anything to say. I know some people that are still holding on to silver, and I won't tell them what to do with it. They can do whatever they want. But when you have a multiple and you're holding from 20s, and it's in the $100 range, if it was me, I would be taking a decent amount of profits, without a doubt. But anyway, that's what I see on that, and I don't see anything in the marketplace that I really like. That's really interesting. GME, if I go back to it, this one's getting closer and closer to its trend line. This is one that I would look for it to have an upside breakout. That's the other one that I really like, as we'll see. They're kind of the people running the company makes you wonder, but this is a nice chart, and when you do get that breakout, we'll see what happens. But there's plenty of upside, and it's a great buy from that 21, mid 21 and under range. So we'll see if we get a push down or a pop up. We'll see. It's starting to get more warm and warm here, and you can draw a trend line right here. Boom, 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 and it's kind of got a trend line break right now in it. So that's kind of interesting. It's got good consolidation. This has turned positive. So a lot of chartists, from like banks and stuff, financial companies are going to be looking at this as a point confirmation to cover shorts for any of the companies like the Chanos and all those guys. They have a lot of inventory that they are going to have to cover, and they're going to have to do it at rates down here. Now, what's his name? Cohen is betting on that, and it's not a bad bet. It's a pretty good bet because they are going to have to cover, and you could see a big spike up out of nowhere. And don't be surprised because this is consolidated for a very long time, right? And we saw one spike it had all the way up to here that I don't know what to say. You saw the trade. You saw the trade. I don't have to say anything. I've had so many trades on this. I have done very well thanks to GME and all the craziness up and down. It's just been fantastic. So I would look for another spike to come. And 100% on this is like nothing. It's like that's easy free money, free rides. You know what I call the free ride. Anytime you get 100% or more of your investment back. And yeah, it looks like a fantastic trade. Other than that, the market's boring. I'll go over and try to go look for charts that are interesting just for my own boredom and whatnot. Fortunately, I'm tapped out. I'm just in my trades and I'm holding on and, just waiting for the market to move or, do whatever it wants to. I don't really care at this point. I've got my plan and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.